Does it feel like your child is testing limits more often, no matter how patient you are? You're trying to honor their voice, you're trying to stay loving, you're trying to avoid power struggles, and somehow it keeps backfiring. Over time, that can leave you questioning your parenting and leave your child feeling more uncertain than secure. Stay with me because we're going to talk about a shift you can begin today that changes how your child responds without yelling, threatening, or losing connection. Welcome to Little Feet Big Guidance. This is a space for parents who are trying, not performing, parents who want to raise emotionally secure, spiritually grounded children with intention, not fear, with leadership, not control. I'm the Nurture Navigator, a child development and behavior professional who helps parents understand what's really happening beneath behavior so you're not guessing, reacting, or constantly second-guessing yourself. Here, we blend child development, nervous system science, and faith-based wisdom, drawing from Dr. Bruce Perry, Marshall Rosenberg, Ellen G. White, and Scripture, because parenting shapes hearts, not just habits. Last episode, we talked about environment, how the emotional climate of your home shapes behavior before words ever do. Today, we take the next step. We talk about leadership. And if that word makes your shoulders tighten even a little bit, that's okay. Just notice it and stay with me. Many parents today are afraid of leadership, and it's not because they don't care. It's because leadership was modeled to them as something harsh, rigid, or unsafe. So when they hear, be the leader, their nervous system remembers being silenced, being punished without explanation, and being expected to obey without being understood. And even if you've done a lot of healing, your body still remembers. You might think, I don't want to hurt my child. I don't want to damage our bond. I don't want them to fear me. Those thoughts don't make you weak. They make you aware. But here's the reframe, and let this land slowly, parents. Leadership is not the opposite of connection, and leadership is what allows connection to feel safe. Dr. Bruce Perry teaches that children feel safest when adults are calm, predictable, and clearly in charge. Not loud, not intimidating, not emotionally distant, just steady. Children don't relax when they're leading the emotional tone of the home. No, they relax when someone else does. If leadership feels foreign to you, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It usually means no one showed you how to do it well. And that can change. Let's talk gently about permissiveness, because permissive parenting usually comes from a good heart. It sounds like they've had a long day. I don't want to escalate this. No, I'll let it go just this once. I don't want to ruin the moment. And in the short term, it feels peaceful, but peace without structure doesn't last, parents. Marshall Rosenberg reminds us that all behavior is an attempt to meet a need, including ours. Permissiveness often meets our need for immediate calm. But children don't need adults who avoid discomfort. They need adults who can hold it. Ellen G. White reminds us that children feel safest when discipline is both firm and kind. Not firm or kind, firm and kind. And if you feel a little uncomfortable hearing this, pause and breathe. Discomfort here isn't shame, it's growth. And we can do this together. We can do it. Let's move on. Children don't experience permissiveness as freedom, though we think so. And it seems like that's the way it goes. They experience it as uncertainty. And without clear leadership, parents, their nervous system stays alert. Their brain will shut down. And their nervous system begins to ask, what's allowed, who's in charge, and what happens next? And over time, this will start showing up in your child as emotional reactivity, anxiety, impulsive behavior, and resistance. Dr. Bruce Perry explains that children need external regulation before they can develop internal regulation. There is no freedom in liberty. We need to give small choices, parents. That means that routines, predictable boundaries, consistent follow-through is what your child actually needs. That's the external regulation that they're receiving from you and that their brains crave, parents. Not because children are incapable, but because they are still becoming. They are still developing. When adults hesitate, children step forward. Not because they want power, but because someone has to hold the structure. And that's too much weight for a child. Too much weight. Leadership does not silence a child, parents. This is important, so don't rush past it. Stay with me. Leading your child does not steal their voice. In fact, it protects it. When boundaries are unclear, children often get louder, not because they're disrespectful, but because chaos requires volume. Clear leadership says, you don't have to fight to be heard. I've got the big things covered, and you're safe to be a child here. How beautiful is that? Clear leadership. Proverbs 22:6 reminds us that children are trained, not controlled. Training is patient, it's relational, it's intentional. Children are not born knowing how to regulate their frustration. Children are not born knowing how to tolerate disappointment, parents. We still even can't do that properly sometimes. Children are not born knowing how to manage strong emotions. And children are not born knowing how to make wise decisions. No, they learn that from us. Leadership is how we teach. This is where many loving parents feel confused. You might be thinking, but I validate feelings. I stay calm. I explain. So why are they still pushing? Here's why. I'm so glad you asked. Children test unclear authority, not loving authority. They know you love them. Dr. Bruce Perry explains that when boundaries feel inconsistent, the nervous system keeps checking. Is someone really holding this? Testing isn't defiance. It's a safety question. And once leadership becomes clear, testing often decreases. Not because of fear, but because the child can finally relax. Now let's slow this one down. Control versus containment. Let's learn the difference. Control says, do it now. Containment says, I won't let this go further, and I'm here. Containment is calm authority. Ephesians 6:4 reminds us that discipline is meant to instruct, not provoke. Containment sounds like, I see your feelings. This boundary stays. I'm not leaving. And children, calm down when someone else carries the weight. Strong leadership isn't loud. It's predictable. It's when your child knows what comes next, what the expectation is, and that you won't disappear emotionally. That's what strong leadership really looks like. Your calm teaches more than your words ever will. Strength is regulation. Before your child hears your boundary, they feel your nervous system, your breath, your posture, your tone. We have a full episode on this. Check it out. James 1:19 reminds us to slow down because regulation comes first. If your body is calm, learning is possible. If not, the brain shuts down. We know this. That's not failure. That's biology. Leadership doesn't remove choice. Did you hear that? Leadership doesn't remove choice. It frames it. You, as the parent, hold the structure. They, as the children, practice autonomy inside of it, where it's safe. That's how confidence grows without overwhelm. So what is the payoff, parents? Let's go back to that heaviness you noticed at the beginning. Your shoulders tightening when the word leadership is brought up. That wasn't failure. That was awareness. Leadership isn't harmful. Hesitation is. And the good news? You can shift today. One boundary, one tone, one moment at a time. And we made it to the challenge of the week, parents. The challenge of the week. Woo! This week, choose one routine. Whatever it may be. It could be a repeat. It could be something new that is very important to you this week. Set one clear expectation. Don't assume that your child knows exactly what you want. And regulate your body first. That's so important. And finally, hold the boundary calmly. Do not back down. That does more harm than good. And pray this week. Say, Lord, guide my heart so I can guide my child. And notice what changes in them and in you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If this episode slowed you down, if something here made you pause, reflect, or even feel a little emotional, that's not an accident. It's a sign that you're ready for more than just information. You're ready for support. And that's why I created the Nurtured Parent Challenge. This isn't about fixing your child. It's about becoming a parent who feels calm, confident, and anchored, even in the hard moments. The challenge is where we take everything you're learning here and actually practice it together, and much more. With clear steps, simple tools, and encouragement that meets you where you are. But if, as you're listening, you're thinking, I don't just want ideas, I want guidance, I want feedback, I want someone to walk with me, then I want you to hear this clearly. That's what the Nurtured Parent School is for. Inside the school, you don't just learn, you're supported. You'll get one-on-one coaching so you're not guessing or carrying this alone. You'll get group workshops where real parents work through real challenges together. You'll get practical tools you can use today, not someday. And a community that understands that parenting is both sacred and hard. This is for parents who are ready to stop surviving each day and start leading with clarity, peace, and purpose. If that's you, you're already closer than you think. And if you're listening on YouTube, take a second to subscribe, like, and share this episode, not because it boosts numbers, but because it helps this kind of grounded, heart-centered parenting reach the parents who need it most. You can also binge this season, or the last. They're meant to walk you step by step through this journey. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are becoming a nurtured parent, and your child will feel the difference. Until next time, keep guiding with love, courage, and steady leadership, one little footstep at a time.